So what is up, amigos? Hope you're doing awesome. My name is Maddie and welcome back to my channel. When the trailer for Ma came out, I remember feeling a little underwhelmed. While a lot of people were excited by the big visuals, dramatic tone and Kajol's fierce screen presence, I couldn't help but feel something was missing. I had even posted about this on X. To me, it looked like another horror film relying too much on glossy VFX and not enough on grounded emotional psychological storytelling. At a time when audiences are slowly moving towards more psychological, intimate horror, something like a Cough on Prime Video, this felt like a step backwards. And now after watching the film, I can say that my instincts were mostly right. Ma has a promising concept at its core, but somewhere along the way, it loses grip on what could have been a deeply moving and terrifying experience. So the film follows Ambika, played by Kajol, who is forced to return to her late husband's hometown, a fictional village named Chandrapur in West Bengal, along with her young daughter. What starts off as a quiet transition soon turns unsettling as the two begin noticing strange behavior and a sense of fear that hangs over the village. They soon discover that the village has been hiding a disturbing ritual for generations. A demonic figure named Amsaja, said to be the child of the mythical demon Raktabij, is believed to haunt the village, and to protect themselves, the villagers sacrifice young girls to this entity. The horror truly begins when Ambika learns that her own daughter is now the next target. The rest of the film explores how a mother fights against an entire belief system, drawing strength from goddess Ma Durga and Kali to save her child from becoming another offering. It's a solid idea for a film rich with emotion, mythology, and horror, but unfortunately, the execution never lives up to the potential. Now, if there's one thing that holds the film together, it's the performances. Kajol does complete justice to her role. She plays Ambika with a mix of strength and vulnerability, and her scenes with the child are heartfelt and believable. Her expressions speak more than the dialogues, and she never overplays the horror or emotion, which keeps the character grounded. Now, the young girl playing her daughter is also convincing. She doesn't feel like a typical child character inserted just for sympathy. Her presence in the story feels real. The supporting cast too does their job pretty well. No performance feels forced, and that's a huge plus in a film like this. Now, visually, the film aims high. The setting of Chandrapur is atmospheric, the lighting is often dark and moody, and there's an effort to create a sense of mystery. But the problem is, it feels too polished. The village never feels lived in or rooted in reality. It looks designed, and that takes away from the fear. The fear in horror film often comes from how real the setting feels. Here, it's all a bit too clean. The VFX too is inconsistent. Some moments, especially when Amsaja is shown, feel overdone and fail to create actual fear. You can sense that the film is trying to show something terrifying, but what you see on screen just doesn't match that intention. Now, director Vishal Furia, known for Chori, clearly wanted to mix Indian mythology with horror, and that's an idea worth exploring, but the writing here feels scattered. The emotional story of a mother and daughter, the fear of the villages, the mythological backstory, and the actual horror elements, all of it is there, but none of it fully developed. There are moments that feel like they could have been powerful, and they're either rushed or left hanging. The first half moves very slowly, and when the second half picks up, it feels like the film is suddenly trying to catch up. The climax especially feels abrupt and doesn't give you the emotional and dramatic high that you've been waiting for. The background score does its job, but it doesn't leave a lasting impression. There are no standout musical moments or sound design choices that elevate the horror. In fact, in many places, the music feels like it's trying too hard to be eerie, with loud stings and sharp sounds, instead of letting the silence and atmosphere do the work. A story like this, rooted in fear and emotion, needed a more haunting and subtle soundscape that could have helped build tension better. You expect a story of a mother fighting against evil to shake you a little, right? But here, while the emotion is written into the story, you don't really feel it. The characters don't get enough time to build a strong connection with the audience. There are no standout moments that break you or make you feel truly tense. You're always watching from the outside, not feeling from the inside. That, in the end, is what makes Ma disappointing. Not that it's a bad film, but that it fails to involve you. So my final take, Ma is a film that looks good in concept and even better in a trailer for some. It has a strong central performance by Kajol, a disturbing story rooted in mythology, and enough setup to create something memorable, but it doesn't stick the landing. The horror feels weak, the emotional moments don't hit hard enough, and the mythology is used more like decoration than substance. So if you're watching this for Kajol, it's worth a one-time watch for sure, but if you're looking for a gripping horror experience with real depth, this won't satisfy. If you have seen it already, let me know in the comments what you thought about Ma. Did it meet your expectations or did it leave you wanting more like me? Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching today. Take care, stay awesome, bye-bye.